Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 45 of my Throt the Unclean Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, Wurtbad has a store of food and we are here to bring them some Skaven brand freedom. Let's get it going. We have our artillery team as well as some beasties on this side. We're going to send Throt directly up as well as the Skaven slaves there ready to sacrifice their lives. Have a good time blasting away there. We'll send the Brood Horror up with Stroke to give him that extra resilience, and we'll just send the beastie army around through the side. On this side, we'll just send them directly in and smash through that gatehouse. Take some damage from the handgunners, but they should get in, no problem there.
Where are the things?
Activate that reload skill and accuracy increase there. Let's blast down this wall. I think we want to take the wall down. We should have no problem doing so. Skrulk and the Brood Horror in on the wall. Let's grab Skrulk, see what kind of damage we can get up to. Lots of the Empire pretty lightly armored. We can also drop down. He doesn't have Plague just yet. We can do some Pestilent Bursts. Or Pestilent Breaths. That, see if we can get a better angle there. Knock out as many of these crossbows as we can. And we find the, by far the worst one. Damage goes down. Yeah, blast down the wall next to the lads. Right, everyone switch targets. They're going through here. Straight in, and we'll stop these halberds from getting in on any of the troops. Gates are open. Get them in. Broken Apocalyptic Vision, and then Rod of Corruption. All of the damage. Do the same to these guys up on the walls here. Catapults new targets, blast those halberdiers apart. Over onto this side, we get through the gates. No, not yet. There's a lot of mass in the way there. Atsreed. I agree. Let's go ahead and lock these soldiers here and just send them directly into the fight. Out in there, Skaven slaves. Just hog people down. Stop the mutant getting into the next group of crossbows. And the gates are open on either side. If you can hear all the cat noises, Mochi's mad at me for recording, so she's running around angrily. It tends to happen. Should have moved in and slaughter that group of Empire Knights. No problem. Absolutely. And we will cast another Plague Breath right through this side here. Rip through that Empire line. Some slow-mo shots while Skrulk does some fighting. He is kicking out a whole bunch of stank there, though. Some jelly of the Empire. We missed a guy getting slammed around like Loki. We do have some halberdiers, but they are having a really bad time. Turns out getting poked in the kneecaps by a little rusty blade while a hulking rat punches you in the forehead is not a good time for anyone. Right, we'll come on out of here and of the slow-mo. Pull these guys out of that fight that they're in. Keep you moving up. You go ahead and stop these halberdiers. Through the gates in the back there, so charge right on in. Once he is involved with that group, we can pop his ability and slaughter them. Keep moving. Send the Brood Horror through to the next group. See if we can't have the Plague Claws moving up so they can be a bit more useful. And ceasing their friendly fire. Go ahead and summon in some allies here with the Pestilent Birth. As soon as they arrive, we will give the Apocalyptic Visions. Melee attack, and they should rip through these Empire or Imperial soldiers. Excellent work, and actually I forgot to come back over here and activate your ability. Sorry lad, you took a lot of extra damage from the pokes. Explodes that unit though. Someone's been there. Let's focus down this group together. Getting some lag, but the Imperials seem to be breaking. And cut down those greatswords. The walls are streaming with plague monks and Skaven slaves. Light scabs with those gigantic plague sensors. Wreaking havoc on the leadership of those men there. Sigmar indeed. Oh, we lost the rat ogres there. They must have kept chasing and I didn't come on over and check. Let's get the troops moving. We'll have the Hell Pit Abomination just kind of scoot in and grab one of the leadership points. Those two should have no problems shutting down the riflemen. You go on in and claim that position there. We are getting shot at by mortars. We're actually probably getting some good shots in on the walls. You moving through.
Yes.
This group can move in, work all together. We'll get working on the other group here. We have all of our troops on the walls getting blasted apart. Hate to see it. But it is impressive. You just keep moving around, they're not going to be able to keep up with you. Yeah, stop those mortars cold, please. Position should be ours soon. Same with that one. The riflemen got absolutely annihilated. Yeah, it looks like most of the Imperials here have broken, and the victory is ours. Orkbag and its... Orkbag. That is not the name of this place, but it should be. Let's get out of here. Auto-resolve doubted him, but Skroak manages to secure the victory, only losing some Skaven slaves and a couple of our rat ogres that we can cobble back together. We've got plenty of flesh for the flesh pits, especially after slaughtering all of these soldiers here. Quite an elite, but soldiers, they don't really have anything too much more elite than this, but the men of Reichland ripped us under. We sack the settlement first for 10,000.
Leave nothing.
Leave nothing. Well, we're going to come back and take it afterwards, so maybe leave a little bit. Gain an obsidian trinket and a mechanic. Gain a Warpbad at tier 2. Which is a bit unfortunate, but we will deal. Warpbad has the fruit draft compressors, giving us wine, corruption reduction, and some income. Fair enough. Let's get the little ratties working, pressing them fruit barrels. Over here at Hergig, at tier 4, definitely will. Won't max out the walls there, but the Plague Abbey we definitely will go ahead. Wolfenburg can take up to tier 3, or tier 5 rather. And get some more damage going on over here in Kislev. So, Befchin has our Under Empire there, so let's actually skip Befchin and go after Zavastra first. Go ahead and surround the settlement. It's going to give us a Pyrrhic victory. They do have some biggins. Some biggins, some boys, and some boys with heirs.
Attack die for Horned Rat.
You can die for Horned Rat? Good, you might have to. As long as you're willing. We'll upgrade the Assassin's Hideout here over at Kislev. And help it as well. I guarantee you we've got same ready to go in. Go ahead and slot in the hidden layer there. Upgrades, and we're going to need some more money for upgrades, so get over to the battle. Riverdale has an upgrade, or at least his Biscuit does. Well done, a Biscuit. We'll increase your mobility again. Leave Tretch where he's at. Alright, we'll swing back over to Zavastra with Vomik. Then we're going to have a Pyrrhic victory. We would lose our entire front line. I mean, maybe. Are we going to have to fight on the field? I think they probably have a settlement since this is a bigger garrison. Yes, I mean, that makes it a little bit more difficult. But I think we have no trouble. Let's send the rats in. Alright then, lads. Time to smash another Kislevite city. How can we bog down these ogres or these works best? Let's find out. We can try to set up our artillery. Wherever we set up, I want to be able to blast. vast swaths of the orcish filth. Go ahead and throw 2 catapults in right here. It won't come out beyond their walls, and this gives us a nice little firing arc.
What orders?
The other 2 catapults will just go in behind, spread them out a little bit.
Skaven, yes, yes.
We'll have our Plague Priest and the Ruin Gracier.
Hey, here.
Have them working a little bit more together than that. Skaven Slaves, we may have them kind of spread out. Keep their forces spread out. I'd like them to be more compact than normal, though. So you know what? We will keep everyone together. Up front, just to charge up and take any arrow fire that is due to the more important units. Slings behind them.
Spears.
We may go ahead and send the slings up this way. We'll find out. For our Plague Monks, who are much more important, we'll keep them behind. The big boy in with the Skaven Slaves, and all the Rat Ogres up with them as well. Up front. There we go. And then all the biggins together. Plague Monks together, and then our Lord and Hero at the last. Let's do it. Send the heroes up just to get their attention. Those orc arrows are going to be able to shoot much further than we are. Look at all that. Plague, a unit deleted in one hit. I mean, they're not gone, but I would seriously reconsider fighting us at this point. Send the big boys forward. Not too much, but just enough to get them worried about them. Send you up front, have the slings moving in.
Very good, master. Now move.
Another awesome launch. See how many they hit. Brother Bear seems to be distracting them. I mean, you can delete the Black Bog Biggins. It'd be fantastic. These slings moving up and firing on the arrow tower there. You have these guys moving up and pretending like they don't notice. Leave these last spears back. And yeah, we'll leave them actually back. We're gonna let the artillery do its thing for a moment, and then we'll send the biggins in once they're actually good and weakened. Wow, those are some accurate hits. Well done, Plague teams. Charging right in, and they're just gonna flee pretty much immediately. There, and use some of your plague spells to knock out these lightly armored gobos. Shouldn't need anything more than a single blast. Okay, should have overcast it. Underestimated the amount of health that gobos have just by a bit. Until they get coated in plague. Relax, catapults. These other group of biggins, please. These aren't biggins, these just be normal boys. Oh, no reason to keep following. Keep them here. Allow them to get bombarded out of existence. Next team. You charge on in. You kill them. No reason to let them leave. These slings. Actually, did a fine job. We'll bring you guys up. You up well. They're really concerned about fighting us, and I'm not even having to use any of our big ringers. Send in the Abomination to kill those now exposed archers. Bring these guys forward, bring in some fresh slaves. Look at them charging on in. Incredibly weakened now. Tripped and still cleaved that rat's head off. But another dose of plague should see them off. Hit the next group of boys coming on in. Happy to weaken their armor as well. Slows them down just a bit. Everyone here get slapping on these orc arrow boys. They are spread out, but let's go ahead and take it a death frenzy for a little bit more magic. There we go. Kill these arrow boys. send you up in on this next group. Gobbo archers need seeing off. That'll be your job. The artillery team doing work.
Yes, yes.
Most of the boys are gone. Incredible. All right, let's scoot forward. Keep the plague monks back. We don't really need. Let's go ahead and use them though to go ahead and swing in and capture points if we're able. You go ahead and run on in. Use that little tiny, teeny, tiny bodies to get in, sneak in if you're able. Do the same on these Gobbo archers. Free shots is not really what we want to do. Stop them from retreating. You've charged in far enough. Foolish wolf riders have joined. They're going to get one charge, and that's going to be about it. Hold them back. You guys get in there and smash up these Gobbo archers. You've got a couple of the regiments over there just hiding. They want none of what's happening. Move forward.
Very good, master. Scampering. Faster, Scotty.
Get you guys working on these barricades so we don't have to go around. One over and claim the point. Skaven slaves are just going to keep chasing off these archers. That works for me. Even though the arrow boys can actually hold their own. They have been routed. Our plague claws, we can probably pull inside the walls just by a bit there. Firing in.
Council, yes.
Send the ogres forward just to flush out the enemy there.
Spears.
This whole group is pretty well situated. Let's charge through and just claim that point. Skaven slaves be incredibly wounded arrow boys. I got stabbed like 6 times there. See how well their fightiness protects them. Here they come. Let's bring the plague priest over. 2 ogres of these. Those are the biggins, or those just normal boys? Well, let's just ignore that then and come on upstairs. Grab the E-building this way. We choose not to fight. Go ahead and stop these air boys from doing anything. No, even though it seems like they know what's up. We swoogity, the plague priest comes. Them green booties. They're gonna get stopped cold there. Have them working together then. One final. Okay, so up here they have the biggins. Biggins good and spread out, and then we can kind of smash into them. Get them now. We're going to want everyone working together on this group. Over on this side here, our artillery is doing work. Don't know what we were worried about at all. Lovely ogre charge into some unprepared orc boys. They'll fight for a moment. Looks like that moment has already come and gone. Another pretty vast army of orcs crushed. Stinks indeed. And the powers of Mulder and Scryer melding as one to obliterate the Bone Rattles. We will go ahead and definitely sack the settlement first. Not Skaven if you're not destroying things. Swing back into Zavastra then, and we will probably claim it at... yeah, tier 1 then. Either way, we're gaining new land for the Under Empire.
Address me as Cielo.
And in Zavostra, we own Vitvio, and that's it. Fort Yakova is still under their control. We're gaining lots of food from Fort Yakova, though. Good idea to get the extra food from other areas. Focus on food production. That way we're starting to have a passive one in the background there. Since every single new settlement we control increases our overall food consumption. We shall go for rubbish pit there just to make some gold. And then we can throw in the quartermaster, make him a bit cheaper overall. We'll work on his actual spells momentarily, but for now, I'm content. Upgrade his keep. Benheim up to tier 4. This army is upgrading pretty quickly. We need to move to silence it. We should bring the silent one once he's actually able to get replenished.
Not eat.
Run over and do some damage. Or you yourself, though. Skill points. I think we should go for Ruin Decay only gives you 2% extra and then 5% extra when fighting against all of the armies of order. So I think instead we'll go for Deadeye, giving you a bit of more ammunition and reload time reduction. That'll do. Skill points for everyone to pass out. Plague for the Plague Lord. Throt the Mad will start making our lads a bit faster. Continuing with the missile. Which is just going to be our Plague Claw catapults. Far in the north, we are camping back up. Yeah, we'll just let them replenish another army since they're just wanting to build another one up. I don't mind allowing that. Fight something a bit stronger than what we have been. Or Norman. He's close enough to the Port of Secrets again that we can attack. I think we will. To give us a decisive victory, we will lose at nobody. Thank you, Water Resolve. I think we will start claiming some land for Scryer. Port of Secrets only going to be unpleasant, so it's going to take a bit of a hit to several different things. Their construction cost, replenishment rate, all of the goodies we need, but who cares? We're Skaven. It's mine. We'll only bring it into tier 1 though, so I'm not too concerned if we lose it. It's just kind of to grab a foothold here, keep Norman safe. And gain a bit of gold from the slave wharf. Over at the Tower of Torment, we can chuck in the scavenge pile. I think I'm going to keep this Chaos Corruption moving downwards. He has no more movement there, but we've got a few armies coming on in to fight. Rickich is in ambush, doesn't need to be. Have him go ahead and claim Kappelberg.
Of course.
Or is indeed a crushing defeat. Same kind of army we just fought against, we just don't have the same amount of artillery. We have the Shroud of Dripping Death. We can hand this off to our gigantic hateful boy. And what's the map looking like? We're definitely going to have a settlement battle. Any day, there we go. So yeah, it looks like we can probably get them clumped up in several certain spots here and just start blasting away at their different units of orc boys. Either way, we do have some plague to use. I think the orcs are going to find that the auto-resolve is lying. Alright, welcome one and all to the Battle of Kappelberg. Quite a magnificent empire town, time to destroy it. Rend it to rubble. Start the deployment. Let's get the artillery teams set up. I've got this area that could be very useful for clumping orcs up bombard. I don't see them clumping up so much over here. Yeah, it's going to be the attack from this angle over on the side. So, we'll grab our lad and all of these Skaven slaves. Actually works just fine. And then all of these slings.
Ready, ready.
That'll do. Big boy and the... They end up pulling these guys off to the side. I think they're fine. We'll have the artillery team set up over here. That should do. Beasties, artillery team, and then boy at the end. Let's do it. Have all of you come up and attack the arrow tower to start.
Yes, yes.
You scoot forward just to cause some problems. That's something that we didn't need to happen, so we're gonna have to quickly deal with these towers. In fact, we may have to switch this thing's target to taking down the tower. Never mind, we're good. Never mind. They're blasting away at those arrow boys.
Here. Slowly does kill me. Crossbow.
Doing a really poor job dodging there. Happy to cast an overshot of the Plague Breath. Not going to work as well as I expected. I wanted it to bounce more than it did.
Slingers.
Alright, they're all working together. Only take 2 teams to deal with that. This group of ogres moving forward. Keep smashing them up. They're getting some really bad shots in there. Oh, we've got no magic. That's something I wasn't paying attention to. Alright, incredible lack of magic is hurting us. Charge on in. And some background there. How much are we going to recharge up to? 27. I understand why it was going to give us a crushing defeat. That target is defeated. Maybe let's blast away at their lord there. I'll have a really hard time hitting him, wanted it. Blast away at these orc boys instead. Gone through. Sling should be able to do plenty of good work there. Sling these other 2 teams in. They are all split up, so let's charge it and smash them up while they are. When it's playing rats will start. Front. And then we can throw in a wither. Pretty cheap, and dropping all the armor here is going to be very useful. Then you can charge on in. Rifle Hide Talisman, probably a good idea for what's going down, but I think we will hold off. Just sort of anti-heroes for now. These ogres having a really bad time. Let's send in the others. Charge through.
Counselor's command. Slingers.
Perfect. You guys start blasting away at this bad group of work boys.
What?
Forward.
You
Get in here on this next group of archers. Come in and claim this point. Stand wherever you need to be on it. Overwhelming them with sheer numbers in the back here. Keep them bogged in so they can't retreat while the Plague Claw fires in. There's no escape. There, and these orc boys just cause a ruckus. One of you stand here and the other can go across. I'll do. Point's about to be ours. With their only cost 4, so we'll just drop these guys' armor, both sets. Breaks off. Proceed to annihilate.
What orders? Get the stand.
Okay, so let's send the whole team up. We'll have the ogres split up from here. 2 of them going to claim this position. And the other 2 going to claim the other. Flame rats are going to fizzle away to nothing soon. Let's grab these Skaven slaves, just kind of throw them in the middle there.
Slingers.
Help out with these orc boys. The air boys in the back are at least isolated. Good shots in on us, though. Merge from the shadows. Everyone's got an Achilles. They got those weapons out fast, didn't they? They're already ready, always ready to tussle. Got some plague through there. Sort of anti-heroes it up. Happy to give myself some extra ward save. They're getting jumped there. These biggins are gonna mess our poor Skaven slave slings up. Ah, a bunch of orcs were hiding over here. Bring the team all over together, claim this point. Leave the slaves here as a distraction. Oh, they're gonna go charge back into our artillery team. Alright. Fair enough, gotta waste one of my Under Empire on that. I'll go ahead and kick in the Rival Hide Talisman and get killing. Those air boys in the back are injured. Well, I mean, if you get isolated there with your weak cavalry, we can kill them. Don't mind if we do. They're getting shot up by some of those air boys, but it's damage before they left, didn't they? Make sure they leave for good. Come up here and help out with what's going on up top. Skaven slaves moving around. You guys claimed that point. Let's go ahead and send them up to the final position as well. We'll summon in some clan wrath over here just to discover everyone, and then we'll send the ogres in to smash up whoever's left. There we go. Get in there. You slice up those orc boys. That should actually break the rest of the line there if we're lucky. I think it's damage over here on this side, so let's drop down a plague. A lot of orc boys streaming in. Rip them up. Bring you out into these other group of air boys with that mass. Two armies of disorder fighting over the remains of the Empire. Seems fitting. All of those orc boys are crushed, charged through. The combined might of ogres and clan rats from the ground managed to overwhelm them on this side as well. No one's stopping them from claiming the point. That is working out. Greenskins always put up a fight. For now, they're going to sprint away back into the wilderness, only to be hunted down. Horned Rat again proves superior to Gork and Mork, albeit just barely. They nearly took out our catapults, and that would have been a total defeat. I think we will... I'm tempted to just raise Kappelberg and then settle it later on, just for the food gain and some extra growth VAP. Let's go ahead and sack it, though. The gold is calling my name. Ready to take. Take for our own. Can't expand it at any other than tier 1, though, which is quite sad. Well, we could. We just take quite a bit of penalties there from, I think, a food shortage. We need more battles. More battles, indeed. Alright, so for you, then, I'm happy to give you an increased plague and then keep working towards the arcane conduit. You here at Kappelberg. Go ahead and delete that and upgrade the overall settlement. Rubbish pit in at that point. Throw in the clan armory over here at Kimperbad just to keep the lads strong. Rat agrees. We could have some normal clan rats. I'm keen on not, though. We have all of the beasties we need. That is Clan Molder's way. We're claiming plenty from them in the Oblast area. We just need Vlad to do some work from the other area. Throw in the Screaming Bell there at Vitvio, since it is one of the settlements, or one of the, since the Oblasts only can have settlements up to tier 3, that is. Scoot our unmoved heroes around. Another failure.
Harness the power.
Get them moving, exploring, figuring out what's going on up in the north. Looks like the armies of chaos have kind of figured out who's in charge. The last of them are kind of fighting it out. We'll leave Mechanic here. Get him over a little bit so we can keep an eye on more of Britonia at once. For our Corm. Then we can try to have him assassinate Hela again. Well done there, bud. Gained a clerk. And they lost a werewolf. That will do for us big time there. I believe we're up to high ability again. Rimgor's Ard boys would like to form a agreement. They can't trade with us because they do not trade. I'd kind of rather fight you. You've got some area that would work quite well for us. He is at war with many factions and has deals with almost nobody. Well, it looked like he had a deal with, not a, or at least a military access with Warhost of the Apocalypse.
The 4 token.
No one wants to trade, but Bellicor wants to have a defensive alliance.
Yes,
Please, get some demons into the army.
The pact is struck.
It is probably a really bad idea. For our war coordination, can I build it an outpost? Ah, we need some more gold. Fair enough. For Sylvania, though, we can grab an ally mission. Kill Dieter Brach or the Emperor. Oh, sorry, Emperor. You are not worth as much. Dieter it is. And then we can actually throw in some vampire units as well. So, for Lord Scroll, instead of these 2 Skaven slaves, go ahead and throw into allied recruitment. How much do we have? 24. Alright, alright. He does have some Lord goals. I wanted to give him some cavalry, at least the Blood Knights, but I may wait on them. Mortis didn't do anything for me. I just wanted to read the minute, huh? Generation, Strider. Does damage. Power recharge. And heals. Does heal units. Yeah, let's throw in a Mortis engine. Why not? Keep these plague monks fighting for longer. Then we will be out of recruitment options at that point, so we'll just go ahead and end the turn. Speaking of Dieter Brach, he has moved in to attack Grunberg. He is rolling with just a few soldiers, but they are all heroes for the most part there, so we are going to end up losing that one. Even though it says it'd be a close defeat, man, we have a lot of rats. I don't want to sit you all up with a bogged down fight where we just sit there and lose hundreds and hundreds of soldiers in a fight, so we'll give this one auto-resolve. That's kind of exactly how I would have expected it, although I don't think these archers would have survived.
Speak too slow. I poke stab things brain. Make talk speak.
He wants a non-aggression pact. You know what, for now, yes. Mine. During a feast, as enemies are consumed and the paunches of their peers are measured with envious eyes, one of your warlords boasts rather too loudly the scavenge hall he's discovered, within which sits a relic of great value. We can seize claim it at once. We gain a flayed tail, and we would get a sword of swift slaying, or we let them fight over it. Gain more income. Let's go ahead and let them fight over it. I don't really want to have them lose leadership effect. That's not the best. So we'll take the hit to loyalty. Hope we don't get buzzled over there. So we've got Grunberg lost. Fortunate. They've destroyed our undercity at Fort Yakova. Oh, well, it was destroyed by Otto here. Listen up, you rude rat. we were living under that. It began outpost construction as well. We've got a growth vat batch for the mutant red ogres. We'll just go ahead and wait till we have another Hellpit Abomination. They are indeed superior. I'd like to see what this army is, but it looks like it's got become quite elite. Eater has snuck in behind us there.
Master assassin.
Make it back to Camperbad. That's what we'll do with you. Squelk's going to take one turn before the Mortis engine is in. That's fair enough. For Throt, then, you're having him move directly down into Bristle Valley.
I am Throt, the Unclean.
And I want to warp over and attack Fort Sol as well. This is a tough call. I'd like to get down here and start smacking and Scryer again. Let's go ahead and claim the Gristle Valley. We will give this one auto-resolve. Sack the settlement. Another man-thing slave, and then we can turn around and claim the Grimhold, but we'll just claim Gristle Valley first then. Get up to tier 2. Perfect. Allows us to throw in the animal store there, as well as deleting this building. Oh, you know what? Having the rubbish pit's really not going to be that big a deal because we already have everything maxed out here, except for the Grimhold, which we haven't claimed. We can upgrade these Warp Lightning capacitors. Finish off the tannery there. Get the Warp Forge thrown in, and then that's going to be it for our income for now. We need to try to get back up to 2,000 treasury so we can build the outpost for Helicore. We should have no trouble with that. We can just surround Betchefin here. And down. Gonna give us close defeat. Surround it up. We'll bring Rickich over to assist. See how auto-resolve treats it now. A lot of Blade Claw catapults. Still a valiant defeat. Fair enough. We'll surround and we'll fight this one here in a moment. Take a quick look at the rest of the Empire. Kevin is holding the north. And then we've got... T'Challa has run away as fast as they can.
Master Engineer.
Alright, Norman, we'll give you a power overload. Get your spells up a little bit faster. Or ballist it. Give you that deadly onslaught, perhaps, but we don't really keep you in the fight if we can help it, so... You're extra speedy, you're got Wild Eye. We may go for hard to hit then to keep him get smacked as often on that Plague Furnace. And finish off Wound Maker there for our Packmaster. And Norman may give you another Hellpit Abomination, so you've got a second one. Or some weak Sylvanian units. Well, Norman, I think you need yourself another Hellpit Abomination. You've earned it. A Weeping Blade and less armor. That may or may not work out for us. We'll soon see. Move on the Crystal Spires, and that's their provincial capital, or we can take down the Volcano's Heart. Agarod has a lot of territory up here. We may want to scoot over and just kind of keep an eye. For now, kind of pull you out about here. Take that a stalking stance and into encampment. We'll threaten to go down the road this way, but we're kind of still keeping them from hitting the Port of Secrets, if we can help it. Festus has gone over and siege down Thramutes area, or is it not Festus? Oh, he's in a different camp stance then. He is willing to fight by Festus' side. He's rolling with some Pestilent Potions. And a Chain Hex. That sounds like a nightmare for our Skaven. However, we do have an absolute ton of miniguns. So we're going to start the next episode off with a battle against the Leech Lord. Now I'm out of time for today. I've been Space Was a Total War. Remember, leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub phone, and I will see you all in the next one.